Sisters. Good morning, Soil family. Today is Friday. We made it to the weekend. It is Friday, and let me tell y'all, this weather has been amazing all week. It is absolutely beautiful outside. Waking up to 60 degrees and 70s, 80s, mid 80s. It's just amazing. So I decided, well, because we get a ton of questions, good morning, Jackie, about castor oil. I said, well, let me slow down a little bit and let's talk about, good morning, Soil family, castor oil a little deeper. So if you are catching the replay, hashtag replay and let us know, are you growing anything this year? Are you going to try your hand? I know a lot of people say, I don't have a green thumb. I definitely don't have a green thumb, but it does not stop me from at least attempting to grow things. I go against the grain a lot because my husband would be like, why you ain't tell me you was dropping seeds? I'm the seed dropper. I just go out there and drop seeds, but I'm trying to calm down some and work in sync with him. Let him amend the soil because that's how you get good crops. Then I'm gonna drop my seeds. So he got a whole lot going on. He is actually headed outside, I think. So want to grow basic vegetables? You should. You should. Last year I enjoyed growing squash. I really did. If you start squash early, you'll have fun with it. Usually I buy start. So you're gonna start from seed for first time. We like starting from seed because you can get so many variety. But you're gonna have a good time. A little bit about the castor oil plant. We do grow castor here. It is very, very poisonous. The riciness plant is. So if you decide to grow it, a lot of people grow it just for the beauty. My neighbors grow it. Yeah, Big T, Big True. I'm the seed dropper. Good morning. Adventures with me and T. So we are Facebook and YouTube. If you could be so kind of double tap that screen, show us some type of reaction, share this out. Because we're gonna go over some things. I decided to come on early so we can take a few minutes and try to hit everything. I don't wanna leave nothing out. What is Facebook doing already? You're diabetic and you're gonna start your seeds. Good. Let me turn this Wi-Fi off. Maybe that'll help me over here. But again, the riciness, the castor oil plant, it is very interesting to grow. It's a beautiful plant, but when the seeds, it'll flower and those seed pods will dry out and it'll spit the seeds everywhere. So you definitely want to make sure you never grow that somewhere kids or older adults or anybody that may try to eat it. Animals, all of that good stuff. Okay, good, Jackie. Thank you. Make sure you keep that plant away from them because you don't want anybody eating that. Those seeds can be very, very harmful to the body for pets and people. So, and it's a whole process in growing it. Like I said, a lot of people, especially our neighbors, like they grow it just because of the beauty of the plant, and they don't do anything to it. And every year, it drop those seeds and spit seeds wherever, and the next year it just grow back, and they cool with that. But y'all remember as kids, our grandparents or parents gave us castor. Good morning, Jenny. Castor oil to keep us well. Most of us didn't care for that taste. So I think that's a huge reason why we shied away from castor oil. Hey, Karen, because it was like, yeah, I ain't drinking that no more. I had my share, good morning, Malvina, of drinking castor. So not ever again. Good morning, Lorianne. But, it kept us well. We fed it. Here we are today. Yeah, they gave it to you like clockwork when you was a kid. Yeah, I mean, here we are today, and we are faring pretty well. when we were younger, I'm not terribly old, but when we were younger, our food system was a whole lot better than what it is now. Definitely a whole lot better in other countries, but here in the United States, our food system has gotten terrible. In return, we have all these ailments to blame for that, high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, like so many things to blame our food system on, because it's just designed to make us sick and unhealthy. If we had stuck in with what we grew up on, back in the days, what did they have? They probably cod liver oil too. Yeah, back in the days, they probably castor oil everything. Milk of magnesia, most definitely. Ooh, they give you that stuff when you go to the hospital all the time. Milk of mag. You induce your labor with castor oil. So, like, I think my main message for the day is let's go back to some of this old way stuff. Thank you, Malvina. Life was so much simpler back in the days. People were so much more healthier. Like, I can't even think of any kids that passed away when I was a kid. Honestly, we got hurt. I can't even think of, middle-aged adults, teenagers that passed away when I was a kid, when I was younger. Like, if you passed away as a young adult or a child, 9 times out of 10 it was an injury or a birth defect or something. But I don't even remember. I don't remember that when I was growing up. So, like, we need somehow we need to go back and do things the way they used to be done with these old school remedies. So my husband and I, almost a year ago, we found out the greatness we heard about. We did our research and ran up on the goodness of castor oil. And we jumped on it. We were like, okay, let's go ahead and start using this castor oil.
Good morning, fam.
And let me tell y'all, I remember one, but was born with a heart condition. We were like 9 or 10. Yeah, so versus now, our kids lose so many. Good morning, Bobby. Our kids lose so many classmates and friends and family members, and they so young that they don't even understand. But, like, come on, we didn't do this when we were growing up. So, maybe if we go back to some of these old remedies, and of course, hey, friend Bobby, of course, our ingredients are not the same. This is why we have to be careful and choose our battles wisely when it comes to purchasing products. Learning how to grow and raise your own is a definite. I saw an article this morning about Georgia ports getting ready to suffer. So, like, this is the best time to get your hands in the dirt, learn how to grow something. Hey, rich dad, learn how to make things. We got to get out this preconditioned. I don't have time. They gonna force you to have time real soon.
And real quick, guys, just keep in mind, the ports are the way we get all our products into our stores. If the ports suffer, that means the port workers gonna suffer. That means the truck drivers gonna suffer. That means the warehouse workers gonna suffer. That means the security guards for the warehouse is going to
Hey,
suffer.
Patricia. We appreciate
That means the stores going to suffer.
Good morning, G Mama Rose.
That means store employees are going to suffer. And in turn, with all these people suffering, that means clothing stores, shoe stores, even people who sell stuff at convenience stores, Everybody gonna suffer because once all these jobs are lost, that means nobody has income. And when there's no income, nobody can go out and purchase stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, nobody can afford to live. So it is a chain reaction. If one industry go down, we all go down.
Back to back.
People gonna lose their houses, they're gonna lose their cars, and we're not exempt from it. I mean, we can easily fall right into that. So when you think about stuff like that, don't think about it's not going to affect me because it's going to affect everybody.
Yeah. I mean, look at the prices of eggs already.
Yeah.
Like things are already expensive, and it's making people say, "I ain't buying eggs because it costs too much." So what do you do on top of everything else? Denise, to answer your question, you can use castor oil on top of wild yam. You can.
Growing your own food gonna probably be like you ain't gonna be able to not do it. That's just gonna be it.
Hey,
We only can grow a certain amount from certain times, but we can put together enough to where we can eat. We might not eat good.
oh, we gonna eat good.
We might lose a little bit of weight right here.
We can stand to do that too.
But we gonna eat. And then we got to be concerned about other people trying to eat.
Yeah.
And trying to get what we got because they didn't take the time to learn or, interest themselves in the stuff that it takes to actually be a little more self-sufficient. You can't go out and buy no medication or none of that stuff, but that stuff is growing outside in your backyard, or you can grow it yourself, or you can go forage for it and take care of yourself. Well, people gonna be sitting around falling apart because they have no knowledge of this stuff. You see, if you're in this chat, that means you actually have an interest in trying to figure out, or just trying to further your education on how you can actually be more self-sufficient. And these ways are amazing. Castor oil is pennies on the dollar, and it does wonders.
Penny, check strictly medicinal.com. I think that's the website, strictlymedicinal.com. Grow your own groceries. I mean, and learn. You learn as much as you can. And this is how you build community, because your next door neighbor may be amazing at making bread, and you might feel like, oh, well, you can make bread. Let me learn how to make soap. And we can barter, because I don't want to make bread, or I can't get it, or whatever the issue is. Or if you grow tomatoes over there and you grow them really good, how about I grow squash? So learn, get to know your people, get to know your neighbors, because we need each other, and learn to barter and become a team and growing things. We started dropping seeds. So the thing is with, and Bobby got a whole series coming out about gardening. The thing with when to drop and what to drop, this is what we need to know. So when dropping seeds, like we would drop seeds now for tomato, cucumber, stuff like that. Pepper, definitely peppers, because pepper take a long time to germinate. Check out your herbs and know what need to be cold stratified, what need to go in the refrigerator, or what need cold, and what can go directly in the soil. And you want to start working on that now. Things like lettuce, for us, we are going to drop beans soon, like our long bean, snake bean, dragon tongue bean. Bobby like, what bean you like? Sweet peas. He like beans. He love beans. So we'll drop beans soon, but and we can direct sow our beans. But things like lettuce for us, not saying this is for you. For us, we cannot drop lettuce this time of the year. It ain't even no point in dropping them now, because the bugs gonna take over before we can even start eating them. So we grow lettuce as a fall crop. You may be able to grow, depending on where you are, you may be able to grow them in the summer, but our bugs do not let our lettuce be great.
We got one of our neighbors got started. We talked to them and they got started growing. And then I just talked to another one. They want to start growing too, and he's cutting down trees and making room and trying to get everything in place so he can grow his garden.
Mm-hmm.
But I asked him, I said, what do you want to grow? And he said, I want to grow collard greens. And I say, okay, no, not right now. Because the thing is, where you live matters,
Yeah.
and the time of year, what you grow matters. So
Yes.
you have to take into account the time of year for each crop. Now, when you talk about brassicas, and these are things like your greens, cabbages, lettuce, things like that. Matter of fact, we need to get them rutabagas. But
Oh, okay.
things like that. They are more a fall
Hey,
crop,
Charlotte,
so it
North
need to be
Carolina.
kind of cool.
Hey, Yolanda.
And that's going to depend on where you live.
Mm-hmm.
Here, we have to wait until October, November, somewhere up in there. And that just depends on the weather, because we may never be able to do it.
Yeah, things
sometimes
change.
it stay warm, or it may get cool a little earlier. So you want to plant it then. Our bugs here are crazy.
Yeah.
So we have to actually plan around our hottest time of year and our bugs. So, when we talk to you, we talking in general. If you don't live in our climate, you're going to have to find out when is the best time for you in your climate.
Yeah, and you always want to do your research.
Mm-hmm.
Find your grow zone. Location does matter. Like, we may be able to grow a whole bunch of tomatoes, and our neighbor right next door, they might be like, hey, I'm struggling over here with tomatoes. And, it's so many factors with that, but location is everything when it comes to plant.
Yep.
Karen said she heard rutabaga. I love those things. Yeah, we grew some this year. Yeah, they got big fast.
And these things actually survived during our snow. Like, they were covered with snow, and they still growing. Now, they damaged some of the leaves on our greens, cabbage, and our
Yay, good, Early.
what is it? The broccoli.
Good
like
morning,
the
Nikki.
leaves somewhat damaged. They're not even horrible. But
No,
we
but
thought
the broccoli good.
Yeah, we thought the florets on the broccoli was going
David.
riding out, and they melted, and they still growing.
Yep.
We got big heads
Yeah.
of broccoli, so it is amazing. It's one of those things, guys. Don't think when you need it, you can just figure it out. Because you're going to need to know, you're going to have to practice a little bit. So you're going to have some hit and misses.
What's up, Bobby?
Because a lot of people don't realize your soil is extremely important.
It does.
Your location is extremely important. How much you need to water is important. If you need a supplement with some food, you need to know when and how.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff you ain't going to just magically just know. Now, you might get lucky and plant a garden in the right area. Just might get lucky.
Yeah. Pay attention.
Yeah, you're not going to get lucky to just try to figure out when you're supposed to plant stuff. That stuff you kind of got to know a little bit. But, yeah, you may get a small harvest. But if you want the best bang for your buck, you're going to have to get the knowledge. Yeah. And that's with anything. Knowledge is key.
Mm-hmm. It was something. I saw a bunch of questions, and I kind of forgot them.
Right.
Grow zone. Our grow zone is
It's 9A.
But we don't let people tell us what we can and can't grow. If they say if it's tropical, we improvise. We make we pay attention to what need to be done. If it need warm weather, we definitely wait till the summer to grow it or whatever. Like, we grow a lot of mango, pineapple, lychee, all these different soursop, which are tricky, but we bring them close to the house. We keep them in pots, bring them close to the house, like when it's going to be cold, so they can have warmth. Other plants, they do pretty good out in the yard, like apples, peaches, plums, stuff like that. They can go in the ground. So we don't let people tell us what we can and can't grow. We get it. We try it. If it died, we do something different the next time. Far as rabbits, deer, we don't have rabbits. I've never seen, I ain't gonna say ain't never seen. In the garden, I've never seen rabbits. But far as like the rabbits will eat especially the lemon guava. One year they were eating all our lemon guava. Well, not all of them, but a lot of the lemon guava. We would go out there and they didn't ate the lemon guava. But other than that, we don't have huge problems with rabbits in our garden. Mm. Our rabbits are secured, so they don't roam. But even wild rabbits, deer, to keep deer off your property, they don't like the smell of human. So if you urinate around your property line. That'll usually keep the deer away, or hair. If you have shreds of hair or something.
Whenever you
You
shave.
can, yeah, when you shave, keep that. And that's a natural way to keep the deer, how do you say it? Deer away.
Like deer.
Yeah, so that's how we maintain our tropicals. We keep them in pots, and now you can grow anything. The thing with plants, you can grow anything in a pot. Those big banana trees my husband grow, all that stuff you can grow in a pot. You won't get the optimal harvest or growth out of it with it being in a pot. You'll just get less crops or less growth. Deer ear. But you can grow anything in a pot. So we keep our tropicals in a pot because we know that they can't stand the snow, especially like our soursop. Those, they don't even like a lot of wind.
No, they are real
Sensitive. Yeah. Star fruit, they did good.
Yeah.
They were out in the snow, but Bobby had them covered.
Yeah. But they still lost all the leaves.
Which is normal.
They typically do.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm confident that they'll bounce back and
Yeah.
we'll be getting some leaves here shortly. But when people say that you can't grow certain things in certain areas, understand that they are saying conventionally.
Yes.
You can't do it like if it's a tropical plant, you can't grow like you will grow in the tropics.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just leave it out in your yard and everything gonna be fine. No, you're gonna have to put it in a certain area or put it in a pot. You're gonna have to be able to move it when necessary. And you gonna have to do the work. And that's just depending on how much you want to grow it. That's just the thing.
So
that's why we're gonna be talking about citrus during SoilFamily Expo and how you can grow citrus in your zone, wherever you at, because you're gonna be taught.
Go ahead.
You're gonna be able to talk. You're gonna be taught how to grow them. You're gonna be taught how to grow them in pots, and if you know how to grow them in pots, then you can move pots. And
yeah.
You can put pots. You can protect them when they need to be.
Let me tell y'all. We're gonna show y'all how you can grow your own food in pots, buckets, raised beds, in ground, and cardboard boxes. And so that means you can grow from this much space, just where I'm standing, to acres and acres. It's all up to you. So don't overthink it. Don't stress yourself out, because it's so much beauty, fun, and peace into growing. It's just getting past things such as the fear of bugs, putting my hands in the dirt. But once you get that sense of peace, you're gonna be like, oh my God. The soursop, we talked about soursop yesterday. We go south to get soursop trees, and they are not cheap when you go down there buying soursop. I see it moving now. We go south to get the fruit for sure. Hopefully this year we'll get some fruit off our trees, but we always strip that thing, take all the leaves off, because we want tea. The benefits in the soursop, we make tea and tinctures with it, but the benefits in the leaves itself are amazing. So we just don't fight to get fruit, but hopefully this year we'll get fruit because our plant did good. We looking into soursop trees now. You can check out something like Lower Farm. Now, when you buy a tree from some of these places and they ship it to you,
you're gonna get a tiny little tree. You're
gonna get a little bitty stick that you're gonna be like, what in the world is this? And you might pay $150 for it. A very little tree that they'll ship to you. And that's just how it is. That's why we travel to get ours. Now, we looking into some things on soursop. If we can get soursop trees, we'll let y'all know. Soursop is amazing. Definitely do your research in that. We grow it in pots, and we harvest the leaves. We freeze dry our leaves. You can dehydrate them. You can just leave them out and let them dry. And we use those leaves to make tea. Now, we even looked into sources for leaves down south. But the problem is most people spray their trees. They treat their trees. We refuse to buy products that have been sprayed with chemicals, because even if you take it home and say, oh, I'm gonna wash it off good, and then you throw it in a pot of hot water, boiling water, you pulling all them chemicals out.
Yeah, the plant absorbs stuff that you put on it, so it ain't gonna really do no good to wash it, and that defeats the purpose. If we actually want.
My aunt has been using it for breast cancer. The doctor went to do surgery to remove the tumor and was amazed at how much it had shrank.
That is amazing.
I'm telling you.
And that's a testament
God
to your
is
aunt,
good.
because she actually did the research.
Hey, Beltlu.
And she had to
Good
be
morning, son.
diligent in what she was doing. Because a lot of people think, I could take this and keep doing everything I've been doing,
And everything will
and
be
everything
good.
will be fine.
No, you gotta change. Let me tell y'all. Once, like, we started changing life because we are getting older. And again, we are fairly young, but getting older. We can't keep doing what we were doing when we was in our 10, 12, teens, early 20s. As we age, we have to do things different. We got to move different. Look, I got to be careful how I sit down in the chair. I can't just go flop down like I used to. That back going to lock up. We're going to have some issues.
Yeah. I stand up. I got to work my way up and then loosen myself up and get going.
Yes.
It's almost like, I know I can.
Yeah. Yep. All right, Thomas. But we have to change. We got to do things a little different. So just think. All your life, a lot of people have been suffering for years with different ailments. And all the doctor telling you is, oh, leave the salt alone. Cut the sugar out. Do this, do that. No. We have to change our diet. We have to look. We got to do a deep dive into what's really going on. People always fuss sugar. I always say sugar ain't the worst enemy. Nobody ever point us towards wheat. Nobody ever say, look at the wheat you're using. Look at and somebody did ask about kamut. We haven't tried kamut yet. We got spelt and einkorn.
Yeah, I think as long as it's an ancient grain, I think you're on the right track.
Gotta have an ancient grain.
Whichever one you decide to use, whichever one that works good for you is
what you need.
What you should use.
And experiment with them. Get little 5-pound bags and see what you like. What's good for you and your family, and play with some recipes. But our diet, you have to feed. Let me tell you, our food is our medicine. So you may not even need any medicine at all. You just need the right food.
Oh, let me mention, guys. Man, we got an amazing testimony. I don't know if my wife posted it yet, but
I didn't.
It was pretty much similar to the one that I just saw on Facebook. It was amazing how
Karen got to be more careful.
People send us these messages how their life has been affected so much by some of these natural products that we make and some of the stuff that we suggest.
Yeah, just having these conversations.
I mean, I don't know if you understand when you can have that kind of impact on somebody and, your intentions are pure and what you want to do is for the good, and then you see it actually come fruition when somebody's actually doing a lot better in life. The quality of life is so much better. They have got off tons and tons of medication and they're able to live a better quality of life. With our pain away, with our yam cream, with castor oil, with cayenne. So amazing. I know I threw you off your castor oil. Go ahead.
So I see somebody asking, are we diabetic? So my husband was diagnosed diabetic, and they said that they got to work so hard to try to look like you. My husband was diagnosed diabetic. Again, it's all in our diet. So depending on how we feed ourselves and what we choose to do, like we choose not to take synthetic medicine, because if I can dedicate my life and say, I'm going to take this medicine, the doctor going to tell you anyway, you're going to take this for the rest of your life. He was going to take metformin and insulin and all this crap for the rest of his life. And then eventually they're going to move on to something else. And eventually they're going to start, we need to take a finger and all this craziness. Rather than let them subject us to, you have to take this for the rest of your life. We decided, let's change our diet, because that's our medicine. If you feed yourself right, your body will say, okay, now you're doing it. Now we got it. And it will start healing itself. The body, let me tell y'all, when God created all of us, each and every one of us, he did a thing. And he gave us the ability to heal ourselves so we can reverse anything. He say you can come back from anything except death. We ain't saying that. We just going by what he said.
Guys,
anything.
To the person who
All
said
right,
that,
Luke.
I'm gonna tell you this. And
he is. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, type 2, but even type 1, depending on your diet, type 1 they'll give you insulin and start you on all this crazy. They will make. Let me tell you, the healthcare system will make you feel like all you can do is take medicine, but it's a lie. All you have to do is feed your body right. Your food is your medicine. But what are we eating? Pesticides, chemicals, all this artificial stuff. You cannot feed your body that and expect it to stay healthy or heal itself.
to anybody who may be pre-diabetic or don't know if they are, let me tell you some of the things you will notice. All right, when you will have to urinate, and when you got to urinate, you're gonna have to urinate right then.
All of a sudden.
Yeah. Your vision will start going bad. Like you will start needing glasses to read, or it may even get worse than that. I know somebody who actually will have blindness for a little while, and then it'll come back.
Or your limbs will go numb, or they'll start turning colors. Also, like your feet, you got to be careful of your feet. Your limbs will definitely start going numb or tingling, like that neuropathy. It's nerve damage.
And that right there is pretty far along right there. But when it start happening, this is what's gonna happen, because I noticed it, but I didn't know it was because my blood sugar was getting high.
You thought it was?
I was getting old. I thought I was just getting old. I always had 20/20 vision, and then all of a sudden I started having to have glasses to see. I fought it for a while because I thought maybe, because some days I got up and I didn't need them as much, and then some days I absolutely need them because everything was blurred. We'll go out to eat. I passed the receipt to my wife because I don't know what the total is. I don't know how to
even the menu. He wouldn't even look at the menu. He'd just be like, "Give me the same thing."
Yeah.
So COPD. Sorry, babe. Mullein. Look into the benefits of mullein. Mullein is good for the lungs and the respiratory system. Look into mullein.
If you get a question, just stop me. But you would notice that I've been working out all my life. If you actually saw me a year, two years ago or whatever, I look completely different than what I did probably 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I was, I don't know, 280. I'm 5'10", so that's pretty big dude. And all of a sudden, doing the same thing, I started losing weight. My muscles start deflating. I just started losing weight, and I had no clue why this was happening. And then until I actually went and had to do a checkup, and they told me my blood sugar was off. And I was sitting there like crazy because I never had a problem with my blood sugar. And I think I had got it checked the year before. It might have been 2 years.
I don't know if they ever checked it.
Well, they always check it when I go and do my physical for my CDL.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if they, how they do.
Yeah.
So he never took insulin. They did prescribe him metformin. Well, actually, he went to get a physical, and they diagnosed him diabetic. So we went to the doctor the next day. They actually told him his blood sugar was out of control and his blood pressure was out of control. So I told him we need to go to the doctor now. Good morning, Cynthia. So we went to the doctor, and they said, well, he started cayenne, got on his herb regimen that I was on for my high blood pressure. So when we went to the doctor, they said, well, your blood pressure look good. I don't know about, we can't do nothing for that because it's not high. And so we knew that was the cayenne and beets that he had started on. But his blood sugar was high, and they put him on metformin. They put them on metformin, and we both were like, no, we didn't. And what the metformin do? Is your child in there eating paper? Lord Jesus, chewing away these kids.
Yeah, let me swallow it.
Yeah, my daddy looking.
Yeah.
What they do, the metformin do is it's supposed to kill these sugar cravings, but what the metformin do is it take your appetite. You can control your own. Look, what we have to pray for is self-control. Look, God, please help me. I don't need all this stuff that I've been eating. So what we did was I told my husband, I said, I think we should look into carnivore. Then we talked to some friends, and they were like, hey, we was struggling with diabetes, and my entire house went full carnivore within 30 days. And the kids.
Yep, they all, both of them had issues with diabetes.
Yeah, but they took on carnivore, and they run a bread shop up north. But they said we stopped everything except meat. They ate carnivore for 30 days, went back to the doctor. Everything had reversed. They were in like the best shape they had ever been in. So now when they go, and they said, so when we started introducing things back to us, it was like, now how do we do this? Mm-hmm. And it was stuff like sourdough. He said I would try sourdough, and it didn't spike my insulin. I'm not sure what kind of flour they use, so that's what made us look into how can Bobby eat. Well, not just him, because like I said, I always say when my house is going through something, I'm not gonna say, oh, that's my husband's fight. Oh, that's my fight. No, that's our fight. So what are we gonna be able to eat? Now, I know my type and what I need. I know what I want, but I know what I need. And we were finding out what my husband needed. And we thought he needed carbs, because he would call and say, babe, cook me a pot of rice. And he'd come home and eat rice. And we felt like I needed to cut back on the carbs or cut them out. But I can't cut out carbs. I need my body crave carbs or I will get sick. So we cut back on the carbs for me and cut out everything for him. And both of our bodies responded so well to where when I started checking his blood sugar, it was coming down so fast. When he got to like 110, I was like, oh man, like so fast. And then one night he said, I want some ice cream. I said, if your blood sugar is below 110, we'll get ice cream. I checked his blood sugar and it was 93. And I said, well, what can I say? Let's go get the man some ice cream. But you have to be careful in what you feed yourself. All these foods from these grocery stores, got to be careful.
So that you bounce back from it also. So guys, I'm going to tell you, once I actually got my numbers down, my diabetes under control, my weight picked up. It just started doing it. I'm able to drink water. I ain't got to run immediately to the bathroom. I ain't got these uncontrollable where I can't hold my urine.
Go right here.
I can't hold my urine anymore. When I go to the gym, I can actually get a pump. I noticed during the whole time I could never I never could get a pump when it came to working out. What did he eat?
His toy.
And now when I go to the gym, I actually see, I can see results. And my weight came back up. I noticed body fat came back up faster than the muscle, of course, but I never knew that was the reason. And just if you are having these issues, if you're having problems like urine and your eyesight start going bad.
Them little heifers ate my baby toy. He had that thing almost 5 years. Go ahead. Baby.
And then they're chewing it like it's chewing gum.
And every time you look at Nala, she'll swallow a piece. I ain't eating nothing. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, but I want to say that because I know it's a lot of people who diabetes actually come upon and they don't have no idea what's going on. don't think just because your eyesight is starting to get weak that it's just you getting old.
Yeah, go get yourself checked out.
Yeah, if you got to urinate so bad all the time, so you thinking I don't need to drink as much water because I'm having to pee too much, then you might have to check your your sugar levels. It may be just that. You losing weight, you might have to check. It may be because of diabetes. I'm able to tell quickly. I pay attention to myself all the time, and I have been since I was young because I always been working out. Mm-hmm. So when something change, I pay attention to it.
And don't when it comes to diabetes, and I'm gonna say this because Linda said that she a caregiver, which hit really close to my heart. Mm-hmm. Type 2 diabetes patient, and I just had to adjust his diet. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to diet, don't feel like I need to cut out sugar or I just need to cut out white things because I see that a lot. Mm-hmm. It's deeper than that, and we've all done that for years. They say diabetes, lose weight, whatever. You say, I'm gonna cut out all the white stuff. So you stop eating rice, potato, bread, pasta, and you say, I'm gonna get whole wheat, which is brown pasta, brown bread, mm-hmm. which is worse. So when it comes to diabetes, that's the thing. You want things 55 or lower on the glycemic index chart. Mm-hmm. So berries are good. Like I love making blueberry muffins, mm-hmm. but I can't use flour or even whole wheat flour because it's trash. Mm-hmm. That's what's feeding the diabetes. More so than my husband cut out sugar. But then we went back to a raw cane sugar. But instead of going back to flour, so you might give them crackers or pretzels or something, or wheat bread, brown bread. That's worse than white bread. But and that's why I'm saying, like, instead of them saying, educating us, even if you go to a dietitian, they ain't gonna educate you. Our wheat is crap. And our wheat is making all of us sick. And we thinking we making better chances by going from white to brown. Brown is worse.
So Kimmy, the exercise and eat better. The thing is, they don't give you real information on what eating better looks like.
No.
And exercising by itself is not going to do it. You have to get rid of so many things in your life. When we say it's a life-changing thing, it is life-changing. If you do not want diabetes, you're gonna have to listen to people who actually been through it and actually take some advice. Do your research, but take advice, because them telling you to eat whole wheat or diet this or diet that.
Well, some people
it's the stuff in the food that's actually causing the problem.
Some people tell, like, this one person was arguing with us about carnivore. Carnivore ain't for everybody. Mm-hmm. I'm not even gonna sit here and say do carnivore. Carnivore is not for everybody. Mm-hmm. But they said no, you need a balanced diet of fruit and vegetables. Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, like, that's a whole lie. Because diabetics need to be very, very careful when it comes to vegetables. But then our vegetables are sprayed with so much stuff. Like, what is? We were standing in Walmart the other day, and I said, look at this produce section. Everything was beautiful, organic, non-organic, and I don't know how long it's been sitting there. I can almost guarantee you, I can go in there and take a picture and go back a few days later and take a picture. They might have bought some stuff, but the same stuff is sitting there a week later. We can't do that with our crops. We got to eat. When we harvest stuff, we got to eat it. Because it's going to go bad. Go ahead. My dad is type 2, and I've had that conversation over and over with my mom. My dad hates wheat bread and brown rice. Wheat bread and brown rice are worse than anything. I always tell people, if you need rice, look into something like a black rice. We got our black rice from Amazon, and I only bought it because I was going to make some hair products with it. We ended up eating it. It does not spike the glucose. Wheat is terrible. You need an ancient grain, like a kamut, a spelt, einkorn, something like that. You need an ancient grain. But they will tell you, and the doctors will tell you, though, eat brown rice. If you need bread, eat wheat bread. You're killing me.
Guys, you have to do deep dives. You can't take advice. You can't take the everyday advice that America says this is the good stuff.
Especially if it don't make money.
This is advertisement. You need to balance this and balance that. Now, guys, understand, if you are a vegetarian in here, we're not one way or the other. We are not anti-vegetarian. We not anti carnivore. You know, but the advice, the information that we have, that we got, we did all the research, and we have tried this on ourselves. Now, is vegetarian what's working for your body? Get out of the mindset that you're in a community of all vegetarians and they giving you all this. What's working for your body?
Yeah.
What is your body? How is your body responding to this stuff?
Yeah.
You know, I understand some people got this thing about being a vegetarian because of animals.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if that's, do it. You know, but if you want to talk about what's going to actually help your body, fix your body, you're going to have to do the research.
Yeah,
and
Michelle,
the research pointed us towards carnivore.
Yeah. Michelle, look into black rice. That won't spike his blood sugar levels. But do your research and look into black rice.
And you have to do some real research, because the stuff that people tell you, they may have some vested interest in that stuff. You know, ancient grains, we know ancient grains got the original glutens and proteins in it that our body can digest and use. And it has nutrients in it. We know that. Regular today's wheat do not have it. It was bred to look a certain way and grow a certain way, not to work in our body the way it's supposed to. That's why our blood sugar, our weight, our cancers, our blood pressure, everything is out of whack. And it's because of that, because wheat is in everything. And our wheat is horrible. We talk about that a whole lot, you know. And guys, every time you go to the doctor, they got a medication that they want to throw you on. When you think about the FDA, if you don't trust the food, well, the drugs are in the same thing. And if that side, I'm going to put certain things in food that's going to cause an issue, I need to tell somebody who can make a medication for it.
Yeah.
So money is being made. So I give you the poison and I give you something to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And people are making money, and then people are getting sick and people are dying. So, you know, you're going to have to look out for yourself when it comes to the stuff. You're going to have to think, and you're going to have to do the research and come into a community with people who are having these discussions. We have examples on both Facebook and YouTube of people who actually done some of this stuff. Mm-hmm. And you can read, you know, look at their testimonies.
Yeah, that's why I always say comments are important, because other people read comments and they say, oh man, what this is a community.
It's a community
that help each other. So your comments, when people read it, and they'll say, oh, okay, everything ain't for everybody. Just like with our products, people will say, well, wait a minute, how does this pain away all work? Because I got to take pills every 6 hours or so for pain. You rub it on.
Yeah.
But don't just always go by what we say, because we are the creators of it. But read the comments. Hey, Tommy, read the reviews on these things. You can heal yourself.
And the couple that we talked to about being pre-diabetic, they highly educated, like professors and doctors.
Yes.
And both of them. And these are people who do research on stuff. So when they told us, I took it serious, and then I did some more research.
I got to take insulin 7 times a day. You can change. Now, let me tell you, the thing with insulin, you may have to take insulin, but I can guarantee you can get that down by 80%. It's all in your diet. And chicken, y'all look at them chicken packs. I was reading it the other day, and they say no hormones, no antibiotics, don't believe it. If you don't grow it or raise it yourself, or have a trusted farmer, find you a local farmer to get your meat. Because our food is our worst enemy.
Trudy. Or Trudy and Nala is our dog's name.
Yeah. Here they go right here. But find you some good clean food. Raw sugar, ancient grains, like look into this stuff. so you can back up off that insulin. Because that insulin, they're going to keep pumping that insulin in you. Then all of a sudden, they're going to say, oh my God, you got poor circulation in your foot. I need to cut off a toe. Don't let them do that to you. Save yourself.
And guys, I'm going to tell you this.
Honey will be in late spring.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm going to tell you this, and this was a concern I had. When I went carnivore and we changed our wheat, my thinking was, we're not going to have enough food. Like, I eat a whole lot of food. I need a lot of food so I can actually exist, because I'm a heavy guy and I lift a lot and I work in the yard a lot.
Yeah, Tommy, let me help you with that.
And I'm going to tell you, once you eat nutrient-dense food, you do not get as hungry as often, and you don't have to eat as much.
Yeah,
you get full easier.
Bobby thought he was going to starve. He
Yeah.
was like, I don't think we could keep enough food around for me not to be hungry. And they were like, well, Bobby, you eating healthy fats and healthy protein, and it's filling. And he was like, I don't know. Well, as soon as we started, he was like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I need to cook about 8 hamburgers. Bobby was like, put some cheese on it. He might eat 2. He was good to go.
And guys, I'm going to tell you, like, you're going to have to get into the mindset of, thinking out of the box. We've been programmed to think a certain way. I mean, if you're old enough, you remember when cereal was supposed to be our best way to start the day.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff is absolute poison.
I remember.
But, yeah.
I remember when Tommy said she did carnivore. I remember that. But Tommy, reach out to me so we can get them cataracts taken care of without surgery. Because, they be tripping. It's all about money, y'all.
Yeah.
It's all about money.
They put all this stuff in our foods that gets us sick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they give us nutrient deficient foods, which means we got to purchase a whole lot more food just to get the job done.
It's just
and
like
that's money being made by people, right?
It's just like so we like soda.
Mm-hmm.
We dropped the sodas and started making our own soda.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you go and I would buy sodas because I'm like, I can go to the food line and get 4 6-packs for $15 or $12, which is a great price.
Mm-hmm.
So I would buy it. But then we learned how to make sodas. We went on a whole long quest for a month about how to make your own soda. Come to find out, we couldn't even drink 4 ounces or 2 ounces of soda. You get one good swallow and it's like, I'm full.
Yep.
But the sodas from the store, you can drink 2 of them and want more.
And that's the thing, guys. When your eyes open up to all this stuff, it's crazy.
That's that aha moment.
Yeah. Like the sodas, like she said, we can't drink but so much. That's because it's only necessary foods in there. It's only the nutrients in there. You think that them sodas in the store wasn't designed for you to keep craving them, so you can keep on drinking them? Like, they sell 84 ounce cups of sodas in stores.
And you can suck it down like it ain't nothing. All corn syrup. Same thing our honey is.
Yeah.
That's not ours, but the honey in the store.
Yeah.
Nothing but corn syrup. Nothing but crap.
Yeah. And, I mean, when you make your own soda and you get it to taste, it's going to taste so good. And when you drink a certain amount of it, you're going to be satisfied.
Yeah.
Satisfied. Not because, you don't like it no more. It's just like, I'd have had enough.
Yeah. So same thing with cereal. I started making cereal. Bobby the only one that really eats cereal, but he don't ever want it. Mm-hmm. So when he do want cereal, I'm like, okay, I get in here and I get to making. I remember when I made the Cocoa Puffs, and he was like, you stand there and roll all them balls and whatever. Y'all think he need a box of cereal because your kids can sit and eat an entire box of cereal.
I used to eat a big bowl, this big.
A huge bowl. But if you make it homemade, it's so full of goodness and it's so filling. All he needs is a little bowl.
Yep.
And he was good to go. I said, he doesn't need a big bowl. And yes, I will stand here and roll each and every one of them little cocoa balls for my husband to enjoy cereal when he do want it.
When she made my Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it was a bowl probably about this size, but probably about that much.
Not much in it.
It's cereal in it. And I was completely full after I ate them.
Yep.
I can actually tell when I actually bit into it and started chewing that
Tommy.
I'm getting full. Like, I'm actually getting satisfied. And I'm telling you, when I tell you I can sit there and eat a big bowl, like I can pour half a box, if not the whole box, inside a bowl, a big bowl,
and eat it
and
all.
eat the whole thing, and still I can eat more if I wanted to.
Yeah, not when you make things at home, and it's simple. Again, y'all. So I mean, Facebook. I know we had to start over on Facebook because we lost our page, but you can find most of these recipes on TikTok, Instagram, Threads, YouTube, and Facebook. We are dropping them, but I'm kind of careful with them. If you look in the comments, you'll see the recipe. Now, the video may look different from the recipe because I am now substituting all of our flour with ancient grains.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to get away again, y'all. Flour, wheat, that's our worst enemy.
That's our main source of issues.
It's in everything.
Everything.
You want to get rid of. When my cousin had surgery, I went to get her some soup and it had whole wheat in it. And I was like, why is it whole wheat in the soup? Okay. No, we're not going to get that neither. Get you some ancient grains and play with it. TikTok, Black Tropical Homestead. Everything is Black Tropical Homestead except Facebook is Bobby and Sherry Lifestyle.
That's right, Karen. Karen, we do have a book, and a lot of recipes are in the book. But keep in mind that we have recently switched to the ancient grains. So you will substitute a lot of the wheats for ancient grains.
Everything. Pasta, bread, whatever you, even when you fried chicken or fish or whatever, use that ancient grain just like you use the modern flour.
And guys, I'm going to tell you, so much better tasting.
All the flavor is there.
The flavor, like, understand, flour is a blank slate. There's no nutrients in it.
James.
There's no taste to it. It's just a blank slate that we put in our body that actually harms us.
That's it.
You got nutrients in ancient grains, and they got flavor.
Oh, it's so good, y'all.
Oh, if you fry something in it, it's so good. You talking about making biscuits. You talking about making cinnamon rolls. Like, it's totally different.
Muffins.
Now, think about the fact that this is not your normal grain, there's no normal wheat. So will your baked goods look the same? Will they react the same? No, they won't. They will look different, but you have to condition your mind to know
this is what my
this
body,
is real.
This is what I should have been eating from day one. But because we used to that bland flour that you know the flour that we got to season when we get ready to fry fish, we got to season our chicken. You have to season your meat, and then you got to season the flour because it's tasteless. You don't have to do that with einkorn or ancient grains because they are so flavorful. You just season your meat, and you want to use your home-made seasonings, not that store-bought stuff that is full of anti-caking agent.
That's a whole nother subject.
That's gonna run your blood pressure. I say all the time how you knocking on heaven's door.
Yep.
It's not fair.
Redmond's Real Salt, we went to the mines. That is the purest stuff that you gonna find. Got no chemicals in it. We watched them make it. We watched the whole process. It's literally taking it from the mine, grinding it down, and putting it in containers. Nothing sprayed on it, nothing added to it. Pure.
That's what I do.
Pure seasoning, and they got all the nutrients that salt's supposed to have.
Yeah.
The 60 plus micronutrients in it that's gonna help your body do what it's supposed to do. And people don't think that you got high blood pressure, you need to lay off the salts. You need to lay off the bull crap.
Yeah.
But you need salts. You
Need me
need
to help you with that one.
you need all that stuff in your body. You absolutely have to have it. Now, I ain't talking about it's optional. No. Your body is made to need all these micronutrients that's coming from your salts.
Yeah.
If you don't know, if you haven't heard this before,
Hold on, baby.
salt was just as valuable as gold one time.
Yes. Blurry vision. You can use castor oil. You can actually drop castor oil directly in your eye. I would suggest doing it at bedtime so you can sleep because it is thick. Just drop one drop in your eyes at bedtime.
Do your research.
And that can help. Look into that
We're
one.
not doctors.
It was another
And
question
check
I
your
forgot.
blood sugar. Make sure it ain't blurry because your blood sugar is high.
Yeah.
Because That could be an issue too.
Oh man, I forgot the other question. Oh, throwing away your, so that was a fight for me. Once we did the research and found out some of these things, I had flour, bags and bags of flour, and I was like, because I make pasta, I make bread, I make pie shells, cakes, pies, cookies. So I always need flour, and I had 25 pounds of bread flour. I had all-purpose flour. I had self-rising flour, and I was like, that's a lot of money. I'm not throwing away all this stuff. I said I can't throw away all this flour, but then I was like, well, what mean more? These, I don't care if it's hundreds of dollars I'm about to throw away or our life.
We don't push Celtic salt no more just because,
So I got rid of all of our flour and just said I don't have anything to fall back on but ancient grains. So yeah, the thing with Celtic salt. So we like to know where our products come from and what process they are going through. Once we realized it was in North Carolina, we were just like, wait a minute, it's a salt mine in North Carolina, and that kind of threw up some red flags for us. So we stopped using Celtic and just leaned on Redmond's totally until we could figure out, well, Celtic sourced their salt from 6-7 different places overseas, which is that's not what we want. We want our products to come from the United States, and we want to know the process it went through. Now it could be coming from these different countries and they do nothing to it but bag it up. We don't know. But we know exactly where our Redmond real salt come from. It's all mined in the same one area, and it might come from one mine to the next or a mile down the mine, but it's coming from Utah.
And it's been buried since prehistoric times.
And protected with the bentonite clay, which is another benefit. So for all y'all that's been asking me, how can I heal my gut? What can I do for my stomach health? Look into the benefits of bentonite clay or Redmond's clay. And it's good for the garden. True, Mama.
So when we talk about this stuff, guys, those of you who use our products, y'all know y'all know that our products are amazing because we wouldn't make it if it wasn't. We actually used all the stuff. Now, when we talk about what we talk about, we did the research and or we have used it on ourselves. All the stuff that we use and we make is stuff that we have did research, we have used on ourselves, we have used on family members, and when we realized this stuff was simply amazing and that everybody needed to have some of this, and it will help our whole community, we decided to put it on. Now, grant you, there's a whole lot of herbs that do a whole lot of things.
Yeah,
we try to keep it simple. Yeah, we keep it simple. Yeah, the things that handle the most.
Yeah, it can get confusing with all these herbs. And once it's overwhelming, you'll be like, you know what? Never mind. Happy belated birthday, Kara. It get overwhelming, and we don't want you to get overwhelmed. We want you to use these products because you can heal yourself. We got a phone call. Talk to Tommy was trying to get us in touch with. Granny Karma was trying to get in touch with us, and so Granny Karma called day before yesterday. And she talked about our pain away oil. And she been going through a lot. She lost her husband, and then she getting older. We need our seasoned folks around because that's where our wisdom at. And Granny Karma, a lot of y'all follow her, but she was thanking us for the pain away oil and how it has helped her tremendously. She said, I'm ready to shoot a video. Like, I keep looking out in the garden because I'm like, I want to go out in the garden. So a bunch of little different things, but something all natural, being able to grow your own food and raise your own food if you eat meat, and how it can work wonders for your body using all natural products. It felt good talking to her the other day to hear she had so much life in her voice that, wait a minute, I might be able to get back out and do some of these things that I love to do. She said, I'm getting ready to make some soap. I was like, look, girl, age ain't nothing but a number. Age ain't nothing but a number. But as a community, if we can help each other feel better, encourage each other. I told her, I said, I'm looking forward to that next video. I'm looking forward to you getting out in the garden, but pace yourself. Because you feel good and you be like, I'm getting out here and I'm going to do this. Pace yourself. Because you don't want to overdo it. But yeah, so see, nice to hear about Granny Come. Haven't seen anything. She doing good. You know, she doing good. She is a fighter, and
life happens.
She'll be back. Yeah, and as we age, you gotta expect. Yeah, but we definitely gotta feed ourselves right. So as we age, we can age gracefully. We saw a friend age to 108. She was still flirting with this man every time Bobby walked by. She had something to say. 107. She was 107. She passed away on her 108th birthday. Mm-hmm. But come on. We don't know what God got in store for us. Mm-hmm. And if it's 100 and something years of life, we want to still be able to go out there and stoop down and get in that garden and play in the dirt and get in the kitchen and feed our family and do little things. So
yeah, we got a message where, you know, our yam cream has done, I mean, we get a lot of messages, but the last one was, you know, I've been on my yam cream and it feels so good. And when I get off of it, I notice the difference.
Thank you, Kim.
And that is an amazing testimony. Yeah. But, you know, we have to understand ourselves and our body. Once you realize that, you know, I'm feeling a certain way when I come off my yam cream, because yam cream will balance you. Like that attitudes and issues that you have and feeling emotional, irritated, it will balance you out from that. And when you get off of it, because you need to take a break, you will notice that, okay, I'm not as balanced. So most people don't want to never stop. But go ahead and give yourself a break. Plan stuff around it. If you know you're going to get a little irritated, the most important things in your life, maybe you want to put them on hold just for a little bit. Because, you know, you may not handle them the best.
Yeah. But you need a gallon of it.
That stuff is so amazing, you know, and we have talked to people that don't get off of it. Yeah. And they overdo it. They actually do it too much.
And they'll homestead. So yam cream, so most of us suffer with a hormone imbalance. And that's just nature. It's just our food and life now.
The chemicals they put in our food throws our bodies off so bad.
And our parents may have taken like birth control or something prior to conceiving us, which throw our hormones off also. So some of us are born with these hormone imbalance. A lot of us just suffer with it because of the way of the world. So the wild yam cream, thank you, Tommy. We appreciate you. The wild yam cream is a natural cream that we make to balance the hormones off. So if you have mood swing issues, hot flashes, menopause issues, vaginal dryness, ED, so it's for men and women, polyps, cancer, all these are hormone imbalance. And we'll go in deep detail about that again also. But the wild yam cream is used to balance off the hormones. How do you use it? So what you do is it's just a cream. You take a little pea-sized amount and you rub it on your inner thigh, your neck, your breast, your belly, or inner wrist. Inner wrist, and you do that twice a day for 3 weeks, and you rotate these areas morning and evening. Men, they can do it every day. My mama called the other day and asked me a question, and I was like, about a man. I'm like, you got a boyfriend, Mom? What's going on? But men can use it every day, once a day, and they can put it anywhere, and it'll bounce off your hormones.
Yeah. So if you notice that you getting, you know, you hear them sayings, mean old man. If you becoming that guy,
yes, Tina.
Or you know, you getting this belly, or your sex drive is not what it used to be. Maybe hair thinning and it's not in your family. It's not, you know, so it's a whole bunch of things that can happen to you that you don't even realize because it happens slowly. But when it fixes itself, all of a sudden you're like, okay, I realize that was wrong now.
Yeah.
And now it is actually
Mary.
fixing itself. So that's why when we got that message the other day, she had to be paying herself enough attention to realize her mood had changed.
And it's because I took my break from my wild yam cream. So yeah, breast cancer can be a hormone imbalance. The wild yam cream would just keep you in balance to hopefully keep that away.
And the thing is, we tell you when you take our products, this stuff will help you. But if you can find the source of what's causing it, and it is our foods, you need to change that also. You need to change it. All the stuff that we are going through in our lives, the food we are eating, and the way we respond to it is all about, fixing hormones and what we put in our body. If you put bad stuff, dangerous stuff in your body, bad stuff will happen. And do not get it twisted. Like that? Some of this stuff is not. Some of this stuff is intentional. It's made intentionally
to make more money.
Yes.
It's basically that's what, and if it take us to continue to be sick, get worse, or to get sick, for them to make money, it's okay. Because if it don't make money, it don't make sense.
So what we consider bigger, wide jab,
bigger.
No. Because for one job will last the average person a long time. And our stuff is all natural, guys.
I know some of y'all bathing in it, but all you need is a pea-size amount, like a very tiny amount, and it do last a long time. Like one jar can last you 6, 7, 8 months easily. Hey, Steph.
And the thing is, you're gonna want to share it.
We appreciate
and I'm sure a lot of y'all gonna use more than what you're supposed to. But the thing is, if somebody using the way it's supposed to, and we make too much of it, we don't put preservatives in our stuff. We don't put no chemicals in it. It's all natural items.
Oh,
so no telling what is gonna happen with it if it sit there for a year or two. That's one of the reasons why the store do what it does. It has to be prepared for an item to sit in a warehouse, in the store on the shelf for a long time, and be able to come to your house and still be good. Yeah. They got to do stuff to it.
Yeah. Ours is, cause we make fairly decent batches multiple times a week because it sells so fast. But we rather make it that way. That way you getting a fresh product. And it won't expire, ours, we don't put any water in it. So it won't go rancid or anything. I'm using the same jar I've been using since May. Because we have our own jars. We only taking a little bit. I take my breaks when I'm supposed to, and it's just there. Our website is my first jar of wild yam cream is on the 8th month. Yeah, so it won't go bad. We don't put any water or anything in it. But our website is blacktropical.com, and that's where all of our products are available. Cayenne will be back probably within the next week. I was thinking cayenne because we are in the middle. Yeah, we are in the middle of restocking. We ran out of cayenne. We sold out last week. Soon as I put it up, it was sold out in like 2 days.
As much as wild yam is amazing, and I think that's probably the favorite of a lot of people, I'm so much impressed with the pain away. The amount of people who have sent us messages about how they have came off their pain meds is amazing, because I know what pain meds do to the body.
That's the thing. Like with Bobby, because of his background in law enforcement and seeing so many people going through it with pain meds, the pain away, and I was never addicted to pain meds, but as soon as a loved one or somebody have surgery, Bobby there, and he like, look, let me tell you about them pain meds, and use this pain away, because you don't want them pain meds keep calling you when you really don't need them. So the pain away hit near and dear to him, because we don't like to see people addicted to unnecessary meds such as pain meds.
And on top of it, making you an addict, you could possibly be driving and get DUI. You can't travel, and it will eat up your insides. Which, if you know somebody who actually been on pain meds, you can see how sickly and bad off they are.
Yeah.
That's because their body have to
Hey,
process
Shirley.
all these chemicals, and you don't get it twisted. It's drugs. It's opium. It's heroin. It's cocaine. It's all that stuff inside those pills. That's why these people will melt this stuff down, and then they'll draw it up in a needle and inject it because they can get high off of it. It is a drug. It's legal. It's a legal opium, and this stuff is absolutely bad for your body. And taking it in pill form, your body has to process it. That means your organs are taking all the hits from that. Now you got to go and take a whole bunch of other meds to fix those organs so you can still survive. And before you know it, you're taking tons of meds, and now I'm coming to the house and I got to record all this stuff because you passed away from natural causes.
Yeah.
No natural causes.
For menstrual cramps, the pain away is good for menstrual cramps. You can also take cayenne pepper for these inflammation or menstrual cramps. It'll help with that also. But rub, if you have castor oil, rub some castor oil on your belly, and that should help calm it down also.
We tired somebody out.
Probably moderators, but
Okay.
that's what the moderators, they doing their job.
Yeah, so Bada Bing sent a super chat in, and I'm gonna read it because he paid for it. Why did you time Bada Bing out? I just stopped him. I just stopped him.
I'm not sure, but
Okay, but that's the comment, and we don't know.
and sometimes it's 172 people in here, so sometimes they make a mistake and hit the wrong name.
Yeah.
Because you'll hit a name and it's moving, so I'm not sure, but
Yeah.
we keep an eye on it. But thank you for the super sticker or super chat.
Super chat. Yeah.
We
If anybody
appreciate
sent a super chat, we're gonna read it. But we appreciate you, Bada Bang.
Yes.
And if you got timed out by mistake, we apologize.
Pain meds killed your mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and the sad part is people not educated on these meds. They just given to you, and they tell you, like they told my sister-in-law, take this every 6 hours. Why should she take it every 6 hours? What if she don't need it every 6 hours? But some people follow exactly what the doctor say. No, she need to take this as needed.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't. Like, I got a high tolerance for pain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the only person in this world that got a high tolerance for pain. So do that mean I need to take this every 6 hours? No, I need to take this as needed. So people will take it every 6 hours, and they don't even know when they feel okay or when they not hurting as bad, or they feel like I need more because I can't stop hurting. There are other things. There are things God provided us with that could stop the pain. Man just took those herbs and those plants, those weeds, and he made it a synthetic so he can make money off of it. So this is why we have all of these weird pain prescription pills on down to Tylenol and all that other stuff. You don't need that. Castor oil, we use Heritage Store brand. We're not affiliated with them. We just started using that brand, and we've been stuck with it ever since. Heritage Store. It is in Amazon storefronts, so you can see what the bottle look like. I'll drop the link.
And guys, I'm gonna tell you this, all right? Because the chat is moving, we can't read every comment, but all y'all comments actually matter because people go back and they read the comments and they will get advice from you also. Now we want you to tell us your experiences in all this stuff. We want you to tell us your experience because somebody can get some information to go off of that too.
Yeah.
So, and if you got a question on YouTube and you definitely need to answer it, the super chat is the best way to do it because we're not going to be able to read and answer every question, but we definitely appreciate every comment.
Yes. As far as high blood pressure, it's definitely diet. So remember, what do you do for pregnancy morning sickness? Ginger rock helped me a lot with that morning sickness. Drink ginger tea or peppermint tea, but a little bit of ginger will help you with that morning sickness. As far as high blood pressure, what we do is first, as far as everything, diet. All right, Karen, we appreciate you. Diet being everything. So definitely that be careful in what you eat. But we use cayenne pepper. We take a quarter teaspoon of cayenne powder and a little bit of water every morning. We drink that. And beets. You want to eat or drink beet juice. It's good. It's good for you. For thyroids, wild yam cream is good. Soil Family Expo dates.
The 4th.
April 4th through April 6th. You can check out more information on that at SoilFamily.com. Okay. Ginger is great for morning sickness. It helps with blood sugar during pregnancy. Yeah, so try ginger. Ginger is good. I had to keep a piece of ginger in my mouth like 24/7.
And let me tell you guys, so many people
for me, thanks.
So many people have
we appreciate you.
Have got off their high blood pressure meds just by using cayenne pepper on the regular and beets.
And salt. You need a good salt.
Oh yeah, you need salt. But like she said, diet is important, but if you can actually take natural
I got pounds.
if you could take natural stuff every day instead of taking those medications, you will increase your life
Thank you, Sean.
expectancy, and your quality of life will improve also. So anything with medication, if you can get off of it, you need to. You definitely need to. And there's no medication out there that did not derive from a natural herb. You need to find out what herb they actually try to copy to give you the medication so you could get the benefits that you're getting. And take the herb. Mm-hmm. Stop taking all this junk. If you can, And I don't want nobody to do anything that's going to jeopardize their life. And don't take what we're saying as medical advice. You take it as information that you could do some research on so you can see if you can better your life or the life of your family.
Yeah. Can you please explain steps to a ginger bug? So how about we'll do a whole live on ginger bug? That way it won't be mixed up, and then you can find this easily.
Soda won't get fizzy.
Okay.
So there are videos now.
But Facebook, Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So Facebook may not have. I did update some videos. I'll drop it again. Because I'm not sure of what I dropped over here, but I'll drop it. Video. Yeah, yeah. And I'll also talk about it. We'll do a live on it because people love soda, and and it's fun making them. You'd be surprised at what you can do with those things.
Yeah, and it's all in your mind on the kind of flavors that you can create whatever your imagination can think of, and you can create it.
Yep. I wish y'all could hear Booty over there sleeping after she just ate my baby toy up. That's how and Nala probably turned over on her back. That's how you sleep when you eat somebody's toy.
They're going to go out there and you're going to see something inside their poop.
Yeah, Nala. Definitely. But we...
Okay, so let's get back to the topic we had discussed.
Yeah, she's talking to I was just ignoring them because they ain't cutting up. Miss Shirley, I checked your order again. It should be there today. At first it said yesterday. I need Ohio to get it together because my girl over there is struggling. Mm-hmm. But keep moving. Keep moving. Let me tell y'all, keep moving. That is important. I know we have back, knee, hip, ankle. We got issues with them lower extremities and it make you not want to walk, move, get up and move. It is so important for us to keep active. That don't mean you got to get up and run, but just move. Even if you just stand up, sit down, some light movements, walk to the bathroom, rub that castor oil, take that cayenne pepper, but keep moving.
Cranberry
so
juice.
You can help yourself.
Cranberry juice will soda up, isn't it?
Yeah. It will. It will. You can actually, you can almost turn any fruit into a soda. Cranberry juice. If you make cranberry juice with your cranberries, you can totally make soda with that. Mm-hmm. Just like I do with the hibiscus. But we don't, I'm not a big fan of cranberry juice. I like cran grape, cran pineapple. But we much rather have the hibiscus because it's good for our blood pressure.
I know what it might be stuff. Are you adding sugar to your bug? Bug requires food.
Yes.
Your sugar is your food.
Yep.
Do not use no substitute.
Yeah, you can't use coconut and date, monk fruit to feed a ferment. You have to look into the benefits or look into fermentation process so you can understand the sugar. During a fermentation process, they eat up like 70-75% of that sugar. Because like if you drink your ginger bug that you made 2-3 months ago, you're gonna be like, wait a minute, this is disgusting. It don't even what a sugar at. It eat all that sugar up. That's why you gotta constantly feed it.
That's your problem. Probably cranberry juice by itself don't have enough sugars in it for you to for it to actually get the fizz. And even if it did get fizz, that soda wouldn't taste good. You gonna have to back sweeten it because it will eat up every bit of sweetness in there.
Yeah.
You know, so what you do, you're gonna have to measure out and figure out how much sugar you need to put in there. It will be enough to fizz it up, and it will give you the exact taste that you need. You have to figure out which one is the best taste for you and your family.
Yeah.
So got to use sugar.
So if you are on our email list, we'll send out a blast. We usually send out a blast like when honey is a hot commodity around here. When honey go on sale, when we have honey, when we harvest honey, our assistant will send out an email blast letting you know that honey is available. So you will get it first from the email list before anybody else get it. So definitely be on that email list.
We appreciate all the thumbs up, guys. If you haven't, hit the thumbs up or hit a reaction on Facebook. Just tap the screen a couple of times on YouTube. It should give us a reaction. And we appreciate everybody for being here. So.
Yes. Worked for me. Thank you so much. Cayenne Pepper worked on my pain. Less meds, less pain. Yep. And I saw her when she said the pain away oil too. So, all right, y'all. I got a lot of soap to make. A lot more.
I'm going to run to the gym for a little bit and come back and jump in the yard again.
So if you placed orders, we appreciate you. Orders will go out at least by tomorrow. So some may go out today. Some will go out in the morning. So all orders are being processed and shipped out within the next few hours. Miss Shirley, definitely keep me posted because, you know, I'm trying to keep up with you. SoilFamily Expo, April 4th through the 6th, 2025 here in Savannah, Georgia. You can check out, you can get dinner, you can get the entire itinerary at SoilFamily.com. So,
and if you're interested,
False Prophet, thank you so much.
Our website is Blacktropicalhomestead.com. That's where you can find our all natural products. We appreciate every one of y'all. Y'all are the reason why we can keep our homestead going, and we appreciate y'all. We put out products that we think will be the best for our community. We make sure they are quality and that they work. So
put a little honey in
it
with your cayenne. See if that help you. Put a little honey in your water.
Bada boom. Time out for nothing.
That's the same person. You just gotta.
Hey, did they pay for it? Go read it. Unless it ain't nothing bad.
Yeah, get in your garden. You know, get out there and get that energy from the sun. It'll bless your soul in so many ways. So, yeah, that's it. That's the last one.
Okay.
No.
What?
You hit the back button, it'll go away. You just gotta hit this button to make. I mean, that button you hit, you got to end the live. So. If you have any questions or concerns, or you trying to get in touch with us, thank you, Valrita. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Valrita.
Send emails to homestead@blacktropicalhomestead.com. That is how you get in touch with us. And that's how our messages don't get lost, because our assistant Karen is on the back end helping us keep up with messages a little bit better. So homestead@blacktropicalhomestead.com. Yeah, she bouncing from Facebook she running around. She like, it's Friday, what are we doing? So, all right, y'all, we will pop on this weekend and have more of these conversations. But y'all definitely be careful in what you are feeding yourself and your family. Our food is our medicine. Our food has not been our medicine in a long time, and over time it's just feeding these sickness.
It's all about money, guys.
It's all about money.
And they don't care. They don't care. I would feel guilty Yeah, the products I put out there were actually having people pass away.
I'm telling you. Oh yeah, we found cayenne pepper yesterday. So when you go to these big box stores, definitely look in the herb section where they have their stocks growing. Look for cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is there. Some places is there. We found cayenne yesterday. I was excited too. I was like, oh yeah.
Registration is up for all events at SoilFamily.
Thank you, Karen.
And some we do have
you.
some spots for vendors.
Yes.
If you want to be a
If
vendor,
you want to be a vendor. Just the only big rule to vendors is no sugar products, like no candy, stuff like that.
and no obvious like sex stuff.
Yeah, we are at the Children's Museum. We at a public museum, and we are homesteaders. We want to put on our best face. We appreciate you, Kelly. So y'all have a blessed weekend. Definitely get out. Y'all heard the birds out there. They saying, y'all come outside and play. We coming.
Yeah.
Y'all have an amazing day. Thank you for everything. If you can remember to double tap the screen or show us some type of reaction, share this out. I know we ain't talk much about castor oil, but we will this weekend.
I'm sorry.
We appreciate
I
that.
derailed everything.
Bobby was just like, no, we ain't talking castor oil today.
We do need to talk it because I mean, castor oil is absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
I'll tell y'all some of my stuff too.
We get 1 million comments on it, so maybe tomorrow. So thank y'all for all the love and support. We love and appreciate y'all. With that being said, did I say that one?
Yeah. Till the next time, guys.
Oh, don't let nobody steal your joy. Why get with that being said from?